Home Connection Podcast, episode 14. We back with another episode. Me and Sebastian. We are
Hell yeah.
currently recording at 2:47 a.m.
It's early.
Y'all keep blowing these podcasts up, bro. Y'all keep getting us to 300 views.
Views going
We keep
up, like
going up.
literally.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
To most of y'all viewers that aren't subscribed, if y'all could hit that subscribe button, that would be very much appreciated. Hit that like button, that would be very much appreciated. You feel me? Sebastian, let them know what's up. Hit that
Bro, like,
notification
come
button.
on, bro. Like, if you was watching and you on this episode and you haven't like subscribed, you haven't liked, or you haven't like even put notifications on, you're bugging. Like, what are you doing? You clearly want to watch. So, go ahead, subscribe.
Let's talk about Astroworld, bro. As you see, I've seen a lot of videos going around of crazy shit happening at Astroworld. What do you feel about the topic of Astroworld?
It's bad. Cause like it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like people died. Whoever's like, no matter whose fault it was, Travis's or not, bro. Like people died, bro, and people were actually seriously injured. So it was not a good thing. And just for a concert, that's pointless. That's stupid. I get it that some people they party hard and they do their thing. They like to get lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's a time to chill out. And from what I've heard, I know a couple people who were actually at the concert. There was very few people who actually cared and wanted to help people, and there was those people who just were like, fuck you, like just keep raging, or like if you fall down you can't rage. They have that mentality where it's like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. Like, no, bro, like people are supposed to be all right. People are supposed to be having fun. It's no longer fun when people can't feel like they can't breathe, or they feel like they're dying and they just want to leave. That's not fun no more. Like, people need to know when to recognize that and try and help people.
I seen tonight, since everything's getting updated with the Astroworld, there was multiple deaths due to fake pills.
Bro, yeah, some person OD'd by porta potties. Yeah, he OD'd fake fentanyl pills.
Bro, I seen videos of people getting carried out the crowd. I just feel like the whole Astroworld situation is bad.
It's
I feel like
bad.
Travis, because you seen Travis, obviously he just kept humming while the dude was getting passed around. I understand Travis Scott goes really hard at his shows and like he feels like he should keep it going, but at the same time there's over 14 people dead and not all of them are from fentanyl. Some people getting smushed in the crowds,
Just in the
people
crowd,
getting trampled on. There's
Yeah.
plenty of videos of people in the crowd just getting carried out, bro. It's just sad, like lifeless bodies just being carried, bro, in this crowd. Like, just in the concert, bro. Like, I understand it's you losing money at the end of the day, but like all this backlash of people dying at your concert is not worth it.
Is it worth it? Is bro, that's what it comes down to. Is it worth it? Like, it's a concert, bro. Like, these people went there trying to watch an artist they enjoy. And like, you can at least respect them back the way they respect you by. If they don't feel like they're having fun no more, bro, or it's getting too much, it's time to stop. Like stop everything, space everyone out, because like someone's life is more important than your fucking show. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he understood that. You know, like it doesn't seem like he understood that, and that's what's like annoying about it.
Something shady is up, bro.
Something shady is up. I do think so too.
There's plenty of young kids that died. It's not even like people who are old, bro. It wasn't people who weren't even in their 20s. It was
Young, 10. As young
youngest
as
one was a
10.
10-year-old. I seen a 16-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. Also another 15-year-old. Just plenty of young kids, and bro, I seen a video of this kid. He's getting carried out. And he's just pale, bro.
There was one of my friends told me he was we'll have him on the podcast next week. But he said something to me that was like really like, I don't know, messed up. He said that they saw people being lifted by the crowd, and he said when he looked at those bodies, he didn't know that. Looking back at it like now today, he didn't know that if they were just people who passed out or dead. They're being crowd surfed to safety, but like those people are just dead, and they're just being surfed by people, like people trying to rescue them. And
there's a video. I'm gonna show the video in here, bro. There's a video of this girl in the crowd, bro, and she's literally just like recording Travis Scott or whatever, bro. He's performing, and bro, literally he like everybody just rushes to the front, bro, and everybody just smushed, bro. And she can't move, and she's just praying, hoping she makes it out, bro. And like that's the most terrifying video I've seen like since like cuz bro, it actually shows how it was in the crowd.
Yeah. Imagine just having to pray for your life. Like, for what, man? For
For a
what?
Travis Scott concert, bro. Kylie Jenner posted a video to her story. My girl posted a video to her story. Literally her cheering Travis on while the bodies are being carried, bro.
Yeah, that's fuck.
People been thinking they're on demonic shit because she posted not that long ago her bathing in blood, and it's just creepy, bro. Like why is this happening? Like all these Travis Scott's had so many concerts, bro. So many Astroworlds. In this Astroworld, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah, what is
14
going
people
on? Like,
dead. I want to get off this topic, bro. This shit is dark, bro.
but is there something important about the date? What date did it happen on? Is it like there has to be a connection? I mean, if you want to go as like far as that, like
It
what's
was
the,
November 6th, right? It was yesterday, right?
what's like the lore about his what's like the actual like story about the album in itself? What is it? It's something Escape.
I
The
have no
Escape.
clue, bro.
My homeboy Eric knows, and he'll be on the podcast next Friday. And trust me, he knows all about it. He'll talk about it.
So, in Squid Games, as most of you know, Squid Games is about a group of people in debt playing a series of children games in order to survive and win money. There's Freemasonry signs. The people who watch the game are based on Bowman Grove. They represent the 1% who control the planet Earth. Squid Games is dissecting the capitalistic rat race that society is built on today. The blue and red cards are like the Matrix. Humans willingly going to 9 and 5s. You spend more time working than you do living life and being with loved ones. You're competing with coworkers and competitors for money and raises. You're living paycheck to paycheck. Most humans are just trying to survive. But if you watch the people who watch the games, bro, there's Freemasonry
Yeah.
symbolism, Bohemian Grove symbolism, gold mask. That represents the 1% who control the earth. And I'll
Hey,
post
bro,
pictures of
explain a
it.
little bit more what Bowman Grove is. Like who?
I
What are
don't
they?
really know that much about it. I just know that there's like this big
I,
ass owl
I
statue.
saw I saw a documentary on it. So basically, like the world's powers go there. Like the Clintons went there one year, and it's super secretive, bro. Like it's like no one's allowed entry, and they meet a couple times a year, sometimes, and they meet at this one place. It's I don't know exactly where it's at, I forgot, but it's in the woods. There's no way to get into it. There's one river that a couple, I guess, like journalists tried to get in, and they got caught or whatever. And there, other than that, it's really high maximum security. There's always like a lot of important people there, like the Clintons, just really rich people. I'm pretty sure Jeff Bezos is probably gone. The Queen of England. It's not just America's like important people. It's the world's most important people put into this one place, and they go and they party, and apparently they have like allegedly they have a lot of things like orgies and like really like I don't know, just gruesome things. They party. They just party really hard there, right? But also there is a like apparently they have like the world's meetings, like what's gonna happen in the world, what great world order, like what things are gonna take place in the world, like I don't know, a new act that'll change the way things. I'm pretty sure like there's a rumor about COVID was even discussed there, like at some point that COVID-19 was gonna be like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a really secretive place that no one knows anything about. And
I
it's like,
remember Joe Rogan was talking about this, and this man sneaked in there, bro. Somehow
Alex
snuck a
Jones.
camcorder.
And all went to music. Suddenly, all around the owl, activity began. Here is the main central part of the ritual.
ripple of waters, song of birds, such music as inspires the sinking soul, do we invite you into midsummer's joy. The sky above is blue, sown with stars. The forest floor is heaped with fragrant drift. Evening's cool kiss is yours. The campfires glow. The birth of rosy-fingered dawn. Shake off your sorrows with the city's dust and cast to the winds the cares of life. Let memory bring back the well-loved names of gallant friends who knew and loved this grove. Dear boon companions of the long ago. Aye, let them join us in this rhythm. Not a place be empty in our midst. O beauty's vassals, who hold in this gray autumn of the world her springtime in your heart, attend our tale. Gather, ye forest folk, and cast your spell over these mortals. Touch their world-blind eyes with fairy open their eyes of fancy. Blow all the memories of yesterday and seal the gates of sorrow. It is a dream, and yet not all a dream. Dull care and all of his works are but a dream. As vanished Babylon and goodly Tyre, so shall they also vanish. But the wilding rose blows on the broken battlements of Tyre, and walks rends the stones of Babylon. For beauty is eternal, and we bow to beauty everlasting.
Skinwalker. Me and Sebastian been looking into info. For all the subscribers, like me and Sebastian already know about this. Me and Sebastian been looking into info, and you let them know it happened, Sebastian. We looked up this stuff not a day ago. And
so basically, I tried researching Skinwalker Ranch, but we tried researching Skinwalker Ranch, and the weirdest thing is, there's nothing. There's stuff like there's like History Channel stuff, but if you try and watch the short free clips that they give you about it, which is only like a total of fucking 3 or 4, right? They get nowhere, bro. They show you some stupid fucking ritual. It looks like fake TV. That's literally what it is. It just looks like some stupid TV show, right? Nothing beneficial to even telling you what the fuck Skinwalker Ranch is. There's barely enough information to actually like tell you what's actually going on, and it's weird because it's like they're hiding something. Clearly, something's being hidden because it's super vague. Everything is happening like. It's almost made for you to look at it and be like, this is stupid. This is just some stupid TV show. So that's exactly what it becomes. So it seems like they're hiding something, dude. Like,
some have called it supernatural. Others have deemed it cursed. Terry Sherman got so spooked by the happenings on this new cattle ranch that 18 months after moving his family of 4 to the property, known now as Skinwalker Ranch, in northeastern Utah, he sold the 512-acre parcel away. He and his wife Gwen shared their chilling experiences. A local reporter in June 1996, they seen mysterious crop circles. They said that there were UFOs and that their cattle would get mutilated.
Like killed and like just dissected and everything?
Yeah, in oddly surgical and bloodless manners. They started doing surveillance under this property. They noticed a lot of activity in the woods. They would say that they would hear these things running across the woods, bro, these tall white figures. They would not even run, bro, sometimes even crawl. Reported sightings of human-like creatures have led some to invoke the name Skinwalker, a shape-shifting character from Navajo tribal folklore. Among the Navajo skinwalkers are like werewolves, evil witches who can transform themselves into creatures of their choosing. But Sherman's family ranch was 400 miles north of Navajo Nation. It was next to U2 territory, and when the U2s and the Navajos did cross paths, it was an ominous relationship. It was not friendly. They were more aggressive people. They took slaves and U2 slaves, and they were in direct conflict with the Nuvu. They attempted to move up to the territory, but were all slaughtered. So that whole land, as native tribe, basically blood all over. Federal agents had to mandate it in 1998 after a police officer saw a large light plunge into the reserve. They was flying off into the night sky, and they noticed a light beaming onto the river. All of a sudden, they seen a blue and white ball just float down. The glowing ball dove into the water just a few feet from the shore, and then emerged seconds later in a new form. Bro, this thing was a belt of light, and it zipped away at high rates of speed, hugging the ground before disappearing. The appearance of the supernatural makes sense. They say that the man is crazy. They say that they still don't know what's wrong with the water. He sold the property a long time ago. Wants nothing to do with it. His name's like Zazu. He ran a satanic club. He looked up to Charles Manson. He believed that filth brought him power, so he wouldn't bathe, he wouldn't brush his teeth. He also talked about murdering people multiple times to his friends.
And he did it.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this timeline off. 2002, John Algarad Lawson legally changed his name to Pazuzu Algarad, saying in his affidavit that the name change was for religious reasons. Affidavit did not offer any details about his religion, but Pazuzu, the name of arsonist demon, mentioned it in the movie Exorcist.
I fucking knew it, bro. What type of name is that? Pazuzu, bro. Like, what the fuck? I knew it was a demon name, bro.
Pazuzu was accused of putting his mother, Cynthia Lawson, in a chokehold at the home they shared at 2749 Nob Hill Drive in Clemson. In court documents, law enforcement officers alleged that Algarad regularly performed satanic rituals and animal sacrifices in the Clemens home. And they actually raided his house. Oh, it was so filthy. There was blood all over the walls. It's crazy shit. I'll have to put it in here, bro.
Is it animals or people when they raided his house?
They don't know. They found skeletal remains in his backyard. Multiple skeletal remains. August 23rd, 2011, Pazuzu pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault on a female and was placed on probation for 12 months. Pazuzu's girlfriend, Amber Brunch, was accused of slapping and attempting to choke his mother. She was later convicted and sentenced to 12 months of probation. 2 months after the conviction, she was charged with assault and battery of a police officer, alleging she hit Algarad in the face. October 2010. Pazuzu, then 31, was charged with accessory after the fact of involuntary manslaughter. The charging was related to the shooting death of Joseph Mark Chandler, whose body was found September 2010 on a boat ramp in Yottacound County, allowing the suspect in the shooting to stay at his home. So he allowed somebody from the shooting to stay at his home, so he got charged with accessory. And he said he had schizophrenia. He had this phobia of being around people, and he also was addicted to alcohol. Found him mentally competent to stand trial. They also reported he had intentionally filed down his teeth and had poor hygiene and body odor. He admitted that he didn't bathe no more than once a year. He had not brushed his teeth in years, the report said. He felt such actions stripped the body of its defense in warding off infection and illness. October 5th, 2014, Pazuzu and his girlfriend Amber Brunch. In October 2014, authorities executed a search warrant at their house. They uncovered the skeletal remains of 2 people buried in shallow graves in their backyard. Warrants would later reveal the 2 were killed in 2009, bro. They believe this dude who said that he thought this dude was joking this whole time, he confessed to multiple murders when he would get drunk. And when he would have people around him, because he was very antisocial, he didn't like new people, he would trust them a lot. So he would tell them a lot of things, you know?
Yeah.
And he admitted to over 27 murders.
Did they believe him on any of them? Like when he would tell someone, "Hey, yo, bro, I just fucking murdered
nobody believed him except for the girls in his cult. The reason why the girls in his cult would believe him was because they were doing it with him, bro.
Yo, bro.
This is some Charles Manson bullshit, bro.
This is some fucking Charles.
This city, he's known as like their boogeyman type shit, bro.
Yeah.
He's known as the devil over there. Bro.
Rightfully so, bro. With the way he looks, bro, smells, and acts, bro, that's the boogeyman.
October 18th, 2015, Pazuzu was found dead at 4:20 a.m. in his cell in Central Prison. An autopsy would later say he died from severe blood loss caused by a deep wound to a major blood vessel to his left arm at the pit of his elbow. The death was ruled a suicide. Authorities said he used something to cut himself.
The Night Stalker was a very like a satanic, I guess, like, worshiper too, and he would just murder people. There seems to be a common theme with these people where like they worship Satan, so they believe that they have to kill for him.
Talking about that fool Richard Ramirez?
Yeah, Richard Ramirez.
You Richard Ramirez looking at his fool?
If he wants to get down, we can do it again. I'll give him his shot at getting his get backs, but I mean, he's a bum tweaker, fucking Richard Ramirez looking
Bro,
at.
so Richard Ramirez, bro, speaking of him, during his time as a youth, he spent a lot of time with his uncle who served in Vietnam.
Oh yeah, you hear a lot of war stories.
His name was Miguel, and he had raped, tortured, and dismembered several Vietnamese women, bro.
And he told him all about it.
Yes, and sickeningly, he had photos to prove it to little Richie. Photos of these horrors inflicted upon women. When Ramirez was just 13 years old, he witnessed his cousin fatally shoot his own wife. Shortly after the shooting, Ramirez began to transform from scared, abused boy to serial killer. He developed interest in Satanism, became addicted to drugs. Ramirez's life took a dark turn. Even worse, he was still under his cousin's influence. Since Miguel had been found not guilty of the murder of his wife due to reason of insanity, Miguel ultimately spent just 4 years in the mental hospital until he was released. For long, Ramirez developed an obsession with the same kinds of sexual and physical violence that Miguel had inflicted on the women in the photos. Ramirez also began to have more fun run-ins with the law, especially after he moved to the Los Angeles area in California.
And that's where shit really started to pick up for the Night Stalker.
Most of his early crimes in the late 70s and early 80s were related to theft and drug possession. It would only be a matter of time that it escalated to unspeakable violence. After he was arrested, Richard Ramirez often publicly flaunted his Satanism. Pictures of pentagrams in his hand and court dates. He knows they're taking pictures and videos, trying to expose this Satanism, and he had multiple women calling him while he was in jail, trying to get them to join his cult with the Satanism. And I'm going to get into that.
And he would. And that's the thing with these guys. For some reason, girls, or like not just girls are, but like people want to follow them.
For a long time, Ramirez's first murder was believed to have taken place June 28, 1984. It was then he killed 79-year-old Jenny Vacal. Not only did Ramirez stab and sexually assault his victims, he would also slash their throat so deeply that she was nearly decapitated. But decades after Ramirez was arrested in 1985, he was also linked by DNA evidence to the murder of a 9-year-old girl, which took place in April 10, 1984, months before the Vacal murder. So that may well have been his first killing. Unless there were more.
I didn't even know about that. A 9-year-old?
Yeah, unless there were more that happened before that. March 17, 1985, Ramirez's murder spree began in earnest with an assault on Maria Hernandez in her home. Through Hernandez managed to escape, her roommate, Ayla Agazuki, was not so lucky that evening. Agazuki became another one of Ramirez's murder victims.
On like a similar note to Night Stalker, in my old town, my hometown, we had this guy named Venegas. He committed, we call it the Smiley murder, I guess. You can actually watch the documentary. It's on Netflix. It's, if you go on Netflix, search up I Am a Killer, and I believe it's episode 4 of season 2 or episode 4 of season 1. I'll go ahead and find it right now. But basically what happened was they got high on cocaine and on LSD, and they decided, hey, fuck it, we're gonna go rob a house, right? And so they're gonna go rob a house. So one of this kid named Milo, who was the district attorney's son, or the judge. He was a judge's son, sorry, not the district attorney. He was a judge's son. He drives them to the house thinking that they're just gonna like rob it, because this kid named Miguel, they were both Miguel Venegas and Miguel, I don't know the other guy's name. And he says that, oh, I live with Smiley, he had a rough life, so he kind of like lived with them for a little bit, and they went to the house, bro. And when Venegas was there, he goes, "The devil's telling me to kill everyone inside." Like, what the fuck? So he goes in there, dude, and he fucking kills everyone inside. There's a guy laying down on the couch. He gets an axe. They have an axe and a baseball bat. And I think he picked up an axe from inside the house and killed the man laying down on the couch with the axe he found. And then he goes. I think there was two boys. The man that he killed, Smiley, was a little bit sus. I think he was kind of like a pedophile, but still, I mean, he went there and murdered him in cold blood, right? He went into the room where Smiley was sleeping. He was like, I think he was a priest, or he was the manager for an Arby's. And after he killed him, he flipped the cross upside down and left it there for detectives to find. And I think he even drew a pentagram with a knife into the wood. And he said, "The devil made me do it." If you go on Netflix, it's season 1, episode 4. Yeah, it's called "A Sympathy for the Devil." It's actually crazy.
This shit sounds crazy, bro.
And it happened in my hometown it actually happened near the Night Stalker, I think in the 80s. It'll say in the thing, I don't wanna be too wrong. I think it was somewhere in the 80s. My dad was a kid still, in high school. He actually saw Venegas get pulled out of class and get arrested. So yeah.
Wait, so you're telling me your dad went to the same school as this dude?
Yep. He told me the story before.
Can you tell us the story, or do you feel like that's getting into too much?
Nah, that's straight. Basically, I'm just not gonna mention any like names for the school. And he gets pulled out. He gets pulled out of the school, right? And my dad didn't really know much. He knew one of the other kids, Miguel Angel. He is his good friend, like literally one of his good friends, or one of his brother's good friend. You know, my dad's younger brother's good friend, because my dad was in a grade above them. And he sees both of them get pulled out of class, Venegas and Martinez. They're both named Miguel, and he sees them get pulled out of class, and they don't know why, and it's just weird. And then later, everyone starts finding out about the murders, and my dad talks to his little brother, and his little brother tells him everything, how they were fucked up apparently, and they went to the house of Smiley, and they went and they killed him, dude, and 2 other boys that were there. There was a kid laying on the couch and a kid laying in the bed, I think was Smiley. So they killed a total of 3 people. But Martinez, the one who, he kind of wasn't there because he wanted to be there. He was only there because Venegas was like, "Hey, bro, let's go fucking rob some shit." He was high. He was amped up, you know?
Yeah.
And he was going, bro, he was on some demon shit, like, for real. Like, he took some LSD, he was thinking some fucked up shit. And apparently Martinez was trying not to kill them. Like, he stepped outside, according to his testimony. Like, he stepped outside and was like, "Fuck, I don't really want to do this." And then Venegas pulled him inside, and he was so scared that Venegas would kill him himself if he didn't stab somebody, or if he didn't pretend like he was, you know. Who knows how much of that is the truth? Maybe he wanted to kill someone too, but like, weird. Just a weird, bro. All these Satanist people have like a certain like pattern to them. They always say that the devil made them do it, and they always get someone to do their things with them. They always have like a follower, I guess.
I want to go back on to the Richard Ramirez topic, bro. A little over a week after that murder I was talking about, where he killed that lady, the other one got away. He murdered a 64-year-old and his 44-year-old wife. Sickeningly, it was then that Ramirez began to establish his signature attack style: shoot and kill the husband, then assault and stab the wife.
Damn.
But the murder of Maxine was especially ghastly, as he gouged out her eyes. For months, Ramirez would continue to stalk and murder more victims in California, striking in the hearts of the people of all throughout the state. The terror of the Night Stalker. Bro, this looks nothing like Richard Ramirez, but this is, I'll put the picture up for the people. This is what they had him as, bro.
That's like, bro.
It looks nothing like him. One of the most terrifying things about Ramirez was that he was willing to kill just about anyone who crossed his path. Unlike some other serial killers, they have a type. Sure, Ramirez murdered both men and women, preyed on victims both young and old. At first, it seemed like Ramirez was only attacking people near Los Angeles, but he soon claimed a couple of victims near San Francisco as well.
San Francisco, yeah, I remember that.
The press dubbed him the Night Stalker. It was clear that most of the crimes happened at night, adding yet another scary element. Disturbingly, many of his attacks included satanic elements, and while in some cases, Ramirez would carve pentagrams into the victims' bodies, in other cases, he would force victims to swear they loved for Satan.
Bro, could you imagine that, like, at night, bro? As, like, a person, let's say you live alone, like, bro, like, knowing that there can be someone fucking just out there, like, breaking into homes and just killing people, how do you sleep, bro? Even if you have everything locked, what are you gonna do at that time, like, at that time in the world where there's, like, not much, like, you know, evidence, like, if someone breaks into your house and then just decides to fucking kill you, let's say you try dialing 911, it's gonna be a minute before they get there.
Think about it, they didn't really have, like, cell phones like that, bro.
Yeah, they have to, like, go on the land receiver, which is in one part of the house, which they have to get to, so let's say there's...
And it's easy to cut it.
Yeah, easily cut it, and not only that, dude, like, let's say you don't have a telephone somewhere accessible in the house, and you only have 2 telephones in the house, and the murderer's standing in the room with a fucking telephone. You can't just hide under the bed and call the fucking cops, you know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, like, if you're running from a murderer, you can, like, literally, like, call the cops on the run. You have the phone on you. You can, you know, you can run away. Then, bro, you just have to be like, shit, I gotta get to that phone right there.
All over California, people went to bed fearing the Night Stalker would break into their homes when they slept. Like we said, LAPD increased the presence of the street, even created a special task force just to find him, with the FBI leading it. And there was a noticeable surge on the sales of guns. Of course, bro. Even if I'm gonna have to bleep guns out because you two don't like that word, so let's not say it no more. But you know what I'm saying?
Blam blam.
Things.
The
Boom
blam.
booms and the wham whams.
Boom,
You feel
boom.
me? And there was more locks being bought, burglar alarms, and attack dogs, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, homie boosted the economy. He boosted the fucking arms defense economy just by being him, bro. Like, what?
Bro, but ultimately it was Richard Ramirez's own mistakes in August 1985 that led to his capture. After he was spotted outside a witness's home, he accidentally left a footprint behind. He also left his car and license plate in plain sight. When the police tracked down his vehicle, they were able to just find enough of a fingerprint to make it a match. By that point, they already received tips that someone with the last name Ramirez was involved. Sure enough, the LAPD was able to identify Richard Ramirez thanks to a new computer database of fingerprints, and even though the records only included criminals who were born after January 1960, it just so happened that Ramirez was born February 1960. Authorities soon found Ramirez's mugshots from his prior arrest. One of his surviving victims came forward and with a detailed description that was quite similar to the photos. By the end of August 1985, police decided to release the Night Stalker's image and name. Though they initially worried there would give Ramirez a chance to escape, it would turn out that he was blissfully unaware of his now found publicity until it was too late. He attempted to flee police and tried to steal a car in the process. He was tracked down by a vigilante mob that recognized him. They beat him up until the police finally closed in. They was whooping his ass in the streets.
I will beat your motherfucking ass!
After his arrest, Ramirez was found guilty of 13 counts of murder, in addition to murder charges. Authorities also found him responsible for committing several rapes, assaults, and burglaries.
Put him away for life.
He was sentenced to death in the gas chamber, bro, for his crimes. He smiled in the response. The Night Stalker later said, "I am beyond good and evil. I will be avenged. Lucifer dwells in us all." That's it.
And then was that the same time when he walks past the camera and he does this?
Yep.
And he shows the
Instagram. He was held in San Quentin prison for the rest of his life, but he was never put to death due to complicated nature of his case, which included 50,000-page trial record. The state Supreme Court wasn't even able to hear his appeal until 2006, even though the court rejected his claims in addition appeals. taking
Fuck.
several more years. From a young kid, he was hypnotized with this crazy,
Yeah, his crazy grandfather or sorry, uncle.
yeah, taking pictures of Vietnam women and just dissecting them, doing crazy stuff, bro.
No, yeah, bro. The way you see the world is definitely started when you're young, though. Like
Yeah, for sure.
that's when the base is built. So if you see that shit at a young age, it's just how it becomes a norm for you. That's like a recipe for disaster. You can't show a kid that young, or even teach them that any of that shit is right.
Homie Connection Podcast, episode 14. We hope y'all enjoyed today's episode.
It's been a little dark. It was it was kind of a dark episode. Not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, bro, we talking about serial killers and crazy shit.
Ain't some crazy shit, but that's what y'all.
Astroworld.
Subscribe to.
Next episode we should have on the dude who went to Astroworld and actually experienced what was going on. So y'all stay tuned for that. Subscribe, like, comment, put on that notification bell just so y'all can see that next video. Clips coming out every week.
Subscribe, comment, hit the bell so you don't miss that interview. It's gonna be actually interesting next week. You're actually gonna get a first-hand experience of what it seemed like as like a person who was there at the concert. So stay tuned for that.
Homie Connection Podcast, episode 14. We'll catch y'all later.
Deuces.
Like, comment, subscribe. Very much appreciated. Peace.